Hello. Two streams in one day. I know. What is this madness? I know. Well, I had tonight free, and there's a certain guy who's doing the weekly tonight that I really want to play with. So we're doing it tonight. We're doing it tonight. Hello, hello. Hi. Hey, how are you? All right, let me see. We might get started real fast tonight. All right. I'm keeping my eyes peeled. We're good. We're good. We can chitter chatter. We can chitter chatter. He is not ready yet. I see he's in the middle of a game, so we're good. We're gonna let him do his thing. Yeah. What in the dickens? I know. Hi, friends. Frog, thank you for the biddies. Thank you. Thank you. What happened? Purple Cat, thank you for the 9 months. Hi. Oh my. Jason, thank you for the 4. Davey, welcome back. Thank you for the 2. Did you fix your chat? Not really. No, and it's okay. I didn't have time to mess with it. I was like, whatever, it's fine. Nightwolf, thank you for the 13. Your kids still have you playing Minecraft? How goes it? How's the building? Hey, Chief, welcome in. How are you? How's the building? Or living? Survive? I don't know. It could be a little bit of anything. Are we doing are we doing weekly or are we hanging out for more games? So I don't know what I'm doing after the weekly yet. I guess it depends on how long it takes us to do the weekly. I haven't decided. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure. Relentless, thank you for the biddies. Hello. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm going to be doing the weekly tonight with Mr. Chinggis. Yeah, it's going to be good stuff. It's a no evidence weekly. That's our vibe. That's our thing. Oh my goodness. But hi guys, welcome back. I know some of y'all saw me earlier and you're very confused why I'm on now. Yeah. Still streaming tomorrow? I certainly am. I am indeed. Like I said, the wife was away. She's away doing her thing. She's at a concert with a friend. I had to, the kiddos are asleep. Everyone's set. Took doggo out to go potty. All the things are good. Everyone's all right. Very confused. That's okay. I'm confused at all times too. So it's fine. Game on, game on. Yeah, while I have a few seconds while we're sitting here, I could use this time to try to figure out that chat stuff. So we will see. You're always confused? Yeah, me too. It's okay. Oh, bonus flash stream. Yeah, we're here. Okay. While that's happening, I'm going to mess around with this stuff. Boo, boo, boo. This is too Rocket League right now. You can't not play with Chinggis? I know. Oh, you want me to put the song back? Oh, I got you. All right. Listen, if you like it, I'll leave it. That's our beloved Mr. Chinggis. Oh, you're about to go home. Very nice. Very, very nice. No, the kiddos and I, we hung out. We went to the park for a long time, chilled there. They ran around like crazy. We came back. Here we are. All right, while he's finishing up, I'm going to mess around with this. Is it possible to make the background of this dark? Username, comments. What is wrong? Is that a threat level midnight shirt? Yes, it is. You bet it is. Mayor, hello. Rafa, hi, friend. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you. This was a gift. This was a birthday gift last year for my wife. She knows me so well. More Phazin? Do we got a weekly? I was gonna wait, obviously, to do it tomorrow like I normally do, but we've got a Chinggis in line. Copper, how are you, friend? All right. Let's try this. While I have time, I'm messing around with the chat window on my right. Oh no, it's still bright white. Why is it like this? All right, let's see. Hey, what up, Starry? How are you? Lady, hello. Good to see you. Sphinx, thank you for the gifted. Hey, Courtney, how are you? Yeah, this is perfect. Dog had to get a couple of oh my gosh, because of a dog attack. Oh, Copper, I'm so sorry. Good grief, dude. Ay, ay, ay. Was that on your property? All right, that's not going to work. Try this again. We're currently waiting for Mr. Chinggis to get done with his game that he's on right now. And then when he's done, we'll do the weekly. Okay, so that's the background of the users. That's not the actual background. Maybe there's a cheeky way of doing this. Hold on. What if I do OBS doc? Let's see. Dark. Okay. Another one of our dogs. Oh my gosh. Nothing will be affected. Okay. You playing Phas? I am. Yeah. We're going to be playing Phas with Mr. Chinggis very, very soon. Very soon. The weekly just turned. It just moved. Hope we got a good map rotation. Oh, I didn't even look, Gaga. Oh, you said the things. I didn't even look. Oh, I got to check. Play with Bex. Think of the 18. What up, dude? You know what? Let me try this way. Hold on. I have an idea. If I take the link from here. In an OBS doc. All right, let's see what it does. Hey, what up, Chip? How are you, dude? Good to see you. Hey, how are you? See, as a doc, that doesn't make sense. Pixel Pixie. Hey, I know who that is now. Hi, friend. How are you? What's up, Mill? That doesn't make sense. Does anybody in here use Tickfinity by chance? Oh, we were just listening to that song upstairs not that long ago. That's pretty funny. The original of that song, not that version of it. You do? So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out how to take that chat, the chat overlay you can do for that one, and put it in your OBS doc and it'd be a dark background. I don't know if that's possible or not. Hatter, 2 years? What up, dude? Boop, 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 boop. Can't believe it's been 24 months. Thanks for being a great part of me and the husband's nightly routine. Hatter, I appreciate you so stinking much. Thank you for the 2 years. That is quite a long time. Quite a long time. This way is not going to work. That's not going to fly, McFly. Were you watching Ratatouille? So what's really funny is occasionally, you know what? I'm just not going to worry about it tonight. Whatever, man. Occasionally, like during dinner, what we'll do on the TV, we'll do it's called like Disney wallpaper. And what it is it's basically the screen that you see when you're staying at a Disney resort. The screen that you see, hold on. The screen that you see, we put that on our TV. So it's just Disney music and then a rotating screen of the parks, and that's it. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm not going to do that tonight. We won't worry about that. We'll just keep things nice and simple. The resort TV. Yes. Yes. It's so good. No, Copper, it's something silly. It's goofball stuff. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to open up Phas. I was really waiting for it to get past 9 o'clock so the weeklies would rotate, and then we should be good to go. Yeah. It's so funny, but it's nice. It's just background music. That way we don't have people trying to watch TV during dinner. The kids watching TV during dinner is awful because they turn around and they get crap all over themselves on the floor. So it's like, we don't let them watch TV in the middle of food. It's like, no, it's a bad idea for everybody.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Okay. All right, let's do our spiel real fast, and so we can jump in there with Chinggis. Let us do our spiel. All right, I need Need this. I need this. It should be no evidence. Should be. Kids get crap all over the floor without TV. That's fair. All right, I'll open those up. That is good. That is good. That is good. All right, because he's probably just about ready for me, and I don't want to make my mans wait for me. So let's get to it. All right, weekly. No. There it is. Awesome. Just restarted and got the right one. Yeah. Yep, we're on deck as well. Think we're good. All right. This week's weekly is no evidence. These ghosts really don't want to help you out, but we're sure you're up to the task. This is a Grafton farmhouse, and it's a no evidence, which I am a huge fan of no evidence runs. So let us take a look at our details. So we have 100% player speed, 100% ghost speed, the haunted mirror every time, which is going to make finding the room so much easier. No evidence. It is a lot of what looks to be tier 2 equipment, I believe. Yeah, it looks like a lot of tier 2 stuff. And it's a Grafton. Sounds good to me. All right. And if we look at this, we can see our details. We have our player settings. We have our ghost settings and our contract. Sweet. Sweet. Okay. Mainly watched TV when I ate dinner as a kid. Yeah, I feel like we had a TV on, but we weren't watching TV. Like we had one on near us, but we weren't physically staring at a TV whenever we were eating dinner. No evidence weekly? No evidence weekly, yeah. All right, let me check on him. You know what? Let me just see if I can just join his game. All right, let me get back out. I know he ended his last game, so he's probably ready.
There's some jobs ready for you.
I can prestige right now. I know the whole spiel that I went through about prestiging. Oh, he's BRB. Okay. I know the whole spiel I did about like, oh, we'll prestige and then we'll prestige and then I'll do the game and then we'll do the weekly. We're going to do it this way instead because he's available. So we'll do that. Need the background audio? Yeah. No, I didn't know they use light mode, Evie. I didn't realize they were a psychopath. Think he wouldn't be surprised if you okay. Well, he knows I'm playing. He knows we're playing together. He's joinable. Let's go. We're gonna wait for him to come back. You play other games? Yeah, just the other day I was playing Blueprints. Yeah, but how's it going? I'm thinking about even doing, I don't know. We'll see what I don't know what I'm gonna do after we do the weekly. I haven't decided yet.
Are you like breathing heavy in my ear or what? Like what's happening right now?
Just warming up, big boy.
You'd have a sensory problem with that, sir.
Sorry, I lost my CPAP. I can't find it anywhere.
Wait. That's when you stop breathing, right? You need your CPAP when you stop breathing?
Yeah, sure. Do I play Fortnite?
Sure?
No.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Where am I shouting you out? Are you live anywhere? Are you
You're not shouting me out anywhere.
YouTube?
Nope, you're hushing your butt.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Nope, you're hushing your butt.
Where are you?
Nope, I'm right here. There we go. See?
Right here.
See what we did there?
Oh, he did the thing.
Little
He did the
little
thing.
foreplay before the real play.
Yeah, let's do it. Am I coming through okay for you?
Yeah. Yeah, you're
okay.
coming through perfectly fine. Tango was the
Keep
best.
having
Tango
an
was pretty
issue where
great.
It's switching over to my headset for the default microphone,
Oh.
which I never use, so it's
Oh,
weird.
okay.
Yeah.
We're not playing with viewers skill.
All right, so challenge is no evidence on Grafton,
Yes, sir.
which conveniently has the bunny thing on it too.
I know, which if you
For the
waited
new
a
cycle.
day, it wouldn't be, but you know what? Whatever.
If I what?
If we waited a day, then it would rotate probably off of that and it wouldn't be Grafton.
Oh, so if we waited till tomorrow.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
make it a little harder. Who cares?
Whatever, it's fine. Is
It's-
it harder though?
Well, think about it like this. If we have an Obake, it's going to be a blast. It's
Okay.
registering.
All
It's
right.
coming. I saw it like registering. It's sinking in. Oh yeah, there's no way to tell that one apart.
You're right.
Hey, Supa.
You're right. Obake would suck.
Yeah,
But through deductive reasoning, though, we may be able to get to Obake.
true. This is very
Okay.
true. If it changes rooms and all that jazz, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got
We're
this.
good.
Easy. It's gonna be easy, right?
All right, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before...
Yeah, Han, you just need to restart your stream. If you restart your stream, you just need to restart your game, and it should fix it. Huh?
Okay.
And it looks like
Hold on.
that's in a hurry.
Did you hear my audio change? Did you guys hear the difference? Right there. All I did was this. And yeah, it was like muffled. Yeah, that's not fixed. Alrighty, we have Helen Hall. You want to do the thing?
Oh, I need to do the thing?
Yes,
I
please.
don't know about the thing.
Oh. Can you give us like a really half-ass one?
Helen All, EMF, Paramic, and Insect? No. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are investigating Helen Hall. Helen Hall has a very magnetic personality and wants to whisper you sweet nothings. Make sure to repel the hippity-hop of this ghost away as we investigate Helen Hall.
See what you did there. That was good. That was good.
Yeah.
That was good. I like what you did. That was a good inclusion of the event. That was good.
I had to. I had to give the event.
I dig it. I like it.
We at least get defenses.
Yes, we had
So-
defenses. Very true.
And not zero sanity.
But, okay, so we have a bunch of tier 2 stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
But we have tier 1 paramics,
Yep.
tier 1 headgear.
Tier 1. Yep.
Why?
I don't know. I think this is what... And like... Isn't this tier 3 sound sensor?
I don't think that's tier 3. Isn't that tier 2?
Is that tier 2?
I don't know.
I don't remember. They both kind of look the same.
It's close enough. It's fine.
All
You
right.
expect it to make sense? Not at all. Break! Excuse me, what is this? Nothing? Nothing? Chingus was available and he said he wanted to do the weekly. I was like, oh yeah.
Where are you?
Oh my. That's jaw dropping. Oh my.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. See what you did there. I didn't bring it.
I didn't either. Yeah, this is a no evidence weekly break. Thank you so much. I hope your stream is awesome. The power. Guess what? We do have a mirror every time. Jack, thank you for the 2 months. Thank you for the biddies, dude. What are you thinking, Abe Lincoln? Should we use it or should we not use it?
What'd you find?
We have that every time if we want to use it. Oh, okay. Oh, it's here. Yeah, you can look in the mirror, by the way, whenever someone else is looking at the mirror. Oh, yeah, it's 5 degrees.
Wait a minute. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were about to break it. I was like, what are you doing? Little turd burglar?
All right, let's see here. Paramite.
We're at 69.
Duty,
Nice.
Okay.
I'm on paramite duty?
It never works for me. And
Okay.
You're all like, listen to everything that's in this paramite, and I get nothing.
Roger that. I'll do it.
I have an incense.
I'm gonna bring some
dropped the
salt.
QC in there.
Bring a photo camera because it'll show up too. So we want to take that photo camera since it's a phantom. What's this one about? This weekly's no evidence. We're at 69 sanity. If it hunts me early, I'm gonna be a little sad. Get that out of the way now so I don't get tricked. Put you there. Put you there. Put you there. Oh, that scared me.
Huh.
Let me get that paramic real fast. Any games coming up that y'all are looking for. Looking forward to? I don't know. Not a raid. Fair Mike, got it.
Big goose.
What about a goose? What tips does anyone have for no evidence runs? My advice to you for a no evidence run is to eliminate each ghost one by one. The best of your ability. Hunt speeds, visibility, like Wraith walking through salt. I mean, not like it can't be a Wraith because it walked through salt. If you get a ghost ball event, you know it's not an Oni. Things like that. Honestly, it's one of the best things you can do. Treat it like a big old game of Guess Who. All right. I'm going to do that.
And it's salty as hell, right?
It is salty AF. You're a Guess Who. No, you're a Guess Who. Hi, Cozy. I'm ready for that photo, but it don't want to show up.
Not doing anything. Oh.
All right, I'll be right back. He's going to get hunted. Wait for it. You smell a shade? Well, the lights are on. To be fair to the ghost. Because the lights are on, we are kind of stopping it from being able to do its thing. We'll take this. Oh, I guess he already checked. I'm assuming you already checked to make sure that it wasn't a mimic.
Yeah, I looked for orbs and did not see them.
Roger and also Dodger. We're going to bring these. Smell a demon? I don't know. I don't know if it seems very demon-y.
Just Cameron.
Here's fire.
I'm gonna get dots and do the bunnies. We might as well.
Okay.
Especially if we have to just wait now.
Smell a ghost. What's it smell like? Hey, Honor, how are you? It's not really doing much, is it? Probably not a shade. All right, I'm going to be at the ready in case it's an Onryo. It's blown out 2 fires. If it blows out that one and hunts, well, then we know. I'm at the ready. Was that a golden bunny? That's really messing me up here. God. Oh, ghost fart. Not Oni. Hi, Chelsea. Thank you for the 18.
Did it not hunt?
Okay, probably not an Onryo. No, it tried to hunt the one time.
It's behind me.
Run, Chingus, run! By the way, it's gliding for me again. Oh, what the dickens? What is happening? Is there hiding? Oh, please. Oh, crap. Hold on. Oh my God, there's nowhere to go. Wee woo, wee woo. I'm scared, Mr. Chingus. I'm scared. It followed you to the door and it ate the crucifix that's by the door.
It did what?
The crucifix that's by the door there. It followed you to go outside and then it ate the crucifix.
Oh, wow. But I got a golden bunny. Why didn't it hunt?
The crucifix stopped it. It's not a
The
cursed
other
hunt.
crucifix did?
Yeah, there's one on the table.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, that one. Yeah, that one.
That one, got it.
All right. Oh, God. Show off. I'm just going to be ready to smudge and run. Hold on. Extra spicy. Seriously, dude. Is there anywhere to go? Oh, my God. Is all hiding blocked? I'm trying to peek downstairs and see if the parents are putting the presents away. What do you got?
It does have line of sight speed.
And we have the, okay, all right, you little asshole. Right as I was trying to turn the light on. It did get line of sight speed.
Okay.
And,
Was it quiet?
no, I heard it the whole time.
Huh.
I don't have a smudge.
You think Pulte possibly? Did it throw stuff far? Hold on. I need more stuff. I need stuff.
Alright, so it's a 50% speed, or a normal speed hunt. Sorry, normal. Normal with line of sight.
Did you have any of those bunnies run away from you?
No. Everything's jumped at me.
Trying to set up shop a little bit. Hey, Vaughn. Yeah. Well, I was free tonight, so I figured why not. What do we got? More caulk, I guess. Human aid. What up, dude? All right. There's a possibility that this Stinky is a Pulte. Someone thinks they were yeeting like crazy. He missed us? Yeah, sure.
Oh, I have a spirit timer going, just FYI.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And all of the bunnies have been acquired. We're down to 2 minutes. We have 1 minute left.
Roger that. Is this really a stinky spirit?
Turn the power off.
No, power's on.
Oh.
Cruci bite?
I think that burned the other Cruci.
Yeah,
Rude.
burn the other Cruci.
Rude.
No, not a spirit.
Might want to get this light on though. I think the bunnies might not be a good idea for this right now because the bunny, like actually going to look for the bunnies, because it's going to mess with the speed. Hey, California. I'm using this though to know when it's actually hunting. That way I can keep those lights on. Hey, what's up, hero? Yeah. Thought the weekly was tomorrow. It was going to be, but Chingus was available to do some weekly shenanigans, so here we are. Any day, Ghosty. Whenever it feels like it, you know?
Yeah.
What's the weekly? It's
This
no
hiding
evidence.
place always makes me nervous. I'll
Yeah,
hide
I
right
don't.
here,
I don't like it.
and sometimes the ghost like will walk this way.
I don't like it. Yeah, I'm
We
gonna
don't
stream
have the
tomorrow.
chair.
No, we don't have. I think all hiding must be blocked.
No, this is a legit hiding place.
Oh, this one. Okay, so it's just maybe
Yeah,
it's just very, very low.
This will disappear. Yeah, and then the second
You're right.
shelf downstairs is
Yeah.
there.
Oh, okay. Any day, Ghost. Holy moly, dude. Today, Junior.
Why am I seeing my breath here?
Excuse me?
I just saw my. I could have sworn I just saw my breath.
I don't see my breath.
Did I? I mean, did you brush before stream? Maybe I'm just minty fresh.
None of your damn business. Oh, there we go. Okay. You have a date for the charity stream? It's all month. It's all the entire month of May. Is it going to come upstairs? It's not going to come up here, is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, pfft. Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't hear it at all until it got up here.
Might have to... Oh, might have to lead it up here and then get it to run through that line. Frickin' stopped the second it got there. What a jerk. Is this far enough away to do a miling test? Should be. I could hear it the second it got to the top of the stairs.
I could too.
Might not be far enough though.
That's still, yeah. Well, for me it wasn't.
No.
For you it should have been.
Thank you, Human Aid. All right, so I'm gonna sit right here. When that door closes, it's gonna see me, and then it'll start coming up here, and I'm gonna run.
Yep, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's a beer bottle. Okay. It's taking its nice gingerly time between hunts, that's for sure.
It definitely isn't. It wasn't incense that time, so.
Also, we know it's not an Onryo. I forgot to mark that. There's a couple we could mark. You look great in that light, by the way. Can the ghost see through the railing? I don't think it can. We wanted to see us though, because we wanted to come up here. Angelic.
Unfortunately, the tier 1.
Hunting.
Oh, okay.
Wait, did it see me? Oh, yeah. I have heartbeat. Okay. Yeah, I knew you were going to cheat and go through the boxes, you little shit.
Oh god, it turned and started coming right at us.
So, if there's one thing I totally forgot
Oh yeah?
in this room, these boxes, yeah, the ghost doesn't think they're there and goes right through them.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, isn't that fun? I forgot all about it.
Son of a bitch.
Ay, ay, ay. Did it,
Like
did
had
it seem
line of
pretty
sight
eaty?
speed. Yes and no.
Okay.
Everything we had here.
Good to know. Yeah. Yeah, good stuff. Hey, where you at, you little butthole? Are you still in here? I see breath.
Let's see. Yeah, 1.8.
Oh, that's a good old, hey, how are you? I might just try my luck. I might die, but it's going to be worth it. It's for the cause.
I have an incense. I'm ready. For the content.
For the content. And the bunny. I don't have more stuff.
All right, well, there's one more smudgy truck for you.
Okay.
Right here. All right, I'm upstairs. I have
I know I threw my
wires
lighter.
on the
I know I did.
files.
Roger that.
There's also hiding in the utility room where the power is behind
Did
the
it
kitchen.
seem invisible
The
when it was
mattress
hunting?
is there.
All right, I'll watch it. It's upstairs. Oh, yeah. I think you guys are right. Hey, it's a phantom. I'm gonna die on purpose. It's a... Oh, never mind. I'm alive. Hey, it's a phantom.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's totally invisible.
Oh, I didn't even.
Yeah, I thought
jeez.
I thought I was a goner.
Oh, jeez.
I know. Should have just watched it the first time. Yeah.
Yeah, I never watched it. I just ran from it.
I was
stinker.
looping. I was going around the table, and I was like, "Well, I know I want to get a good line of sight on it," so I ran away. I was like, "Oh yeah, it's a phantom for sure."
Oh, nice. Very nice.
All right.
Six phantoms. This is weird because it completed the Pulte line.
I don't
It
know.
through all that stuff.
Ghost be ghost. Hey, what's up, Taylor? 2 in 1 day. I know. What is this place?
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
For sure.
Man. 28 Easter points.
Oh, hey, 28 of them. Let's go. You know,
Yeah.
the dangerous part is that if we do the bunnies before we let the ghost hunt and know the speed, then it could drop
we risk
5%.
things, that's what we just learned.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll wait. It's fine. Everything's fine.
We'll wait. All right, let's do it again. Oh my goodness. Hey, Truthful, what's up, dude? Cold Sweat, Cattle, what's up?
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up
We've
before
arrived.
investigating. There's been no reports of violence or sightings.
All right, Corey.
Remain careful.
All right, Corey.
Fuck you, Corey.
Wow. But how do you feel, though?
I mean, of the Corys, one of them's school.
Oh, okay. Just one. That's it.
It's in a bedroom.
Is that master?
Master bedroom.
Roger that.
I see the little desk thing.
Okay. We're gonna try to make this fast. All right.
Wait, no, not near. No.
No?
Yeah. That wasn't where the desk was. Hold on.
Oh, you saw a desk?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see a desk.
Hold on. I think it's the upstairs room.
I thought I saw that. Oh, maybe. I don't know what you saw. I thought I saw those
You
like
see how the partitions
old
there?
curtains.
Well, I mean, I saw the desk with the little mirror on top of it. Yeah, it's in here.
Oh, what the hell did I see?
Yeah, yeah. So it started facing here, and then it
Oh,
rolled
okay.
over, and I saw.
Yeah,
this
I'm
desk.
losing my mind. It's okay.
Yeah. Fine, I got you. Teamwork.
All right, it's for you.
Oh. Thank you for calling the mighty Chinggis stepsister on sticking service. If you would like to speak to Chinggis, please press 1! Oh, God!
I think they're interested.
Okay, all right. Oh, this is fun.
Okay, well, hey, we know it's not a phantom. I can't see the ghost at all, but it is a disrupted photo with a 3-star ghost.
Okay, nice.
So we know that. We can also look
Yes,
for
I don't
EMF 5
see
here, by the
ghost
way.
either, but it is fuzzy, confirmed. Motion sensor and incense.
My wife's messaging me. Hold on.
Motion sensor.
Okay, we're good. We're good. Farmhouse scares you? That's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna grab a smudge, this crucifix, and I'm gonna grab a lighter. I mean, I grab a candle. It just shows. Oh yeah. Oh, that's true.
doesn't-
According to
doesn't
that
show
photo,
us.
you are the ghost. Oh, it's about to hunt.
That's fair.
It's literally about to hunt.
I'm the spooky yo.
Okay, I'm gonna get this. He's about to get hunted.
Sorry, I'll never do that again.
That's okay. We forgive you. Maybe not. I don't know if it was an EMF 5 on the board. I'm not sure about that. Hey, you know our collective sanity was like below 50, right?
Right now?
I saw 47 on the board.
that seems very strange. With only one ghost event, and although I did use the mirror and hold it for a long time.
You did.
Oh, my sanity's gone. That's why. We're at collective sanity of 36%.
That's hot.
And it still hasn't hunted.
No, it hasn't, which is a little suspicious.
Hi.
Did you take no sanity?
No.
Okay. This is interesting.
No.
What do you think?
No evidence. We need it to be hunting.
You think Dio?
Dio?
That'd be fun.
Really? Or spirit?
Shade?
Or not spirit? Shade.
Yeah.
Shade. Yeah.
I guess we'll find out in a second. And a 1. And a 2. And
I didn't put a cruci up there, I don't think.
I put one at my feet over here. It's like, okay, it's embedded in the floor. That makes sense too.
I see it. No, it looks fine to me.
Oh, not for me.
It's just chilling right there. Kind of half cocked up on the carpet there.
The hell did you just call me?
Cocked up?
Half cocked up on a Friday night? Whoop.
Oh, here we go.
Sounds
That's
kind of
Dio.
normal. Oh no.
Line of sight. Oh.
Done already.
Roger that. It's just following me. Normie? Yeah. You're right though. It did a vent on us in the room. Hold on. Let me turn this off. Super cold in here. Weird. But you know, it's not doing anything with us, with me here. Okay. Super strange. With our sanity that low, and it took that long for it to hunt.
Yeah. We're at 20% sanity right now.
Okay.
I did incense it there, and I forgot to turn on a timer.
You think possible Banshee? Okay, well, he's got to be in the house for me to test that. You're a Banshee. No, you're a Banshee.
Definitely, I mean, definitely giving some shady vibes.
It
That
is.
was the demon.
I can't I can't confirm that it was following me. We know that it followed you.
Yes, she definitely got latched onto me there.
Okay.
Oh, you want to do the Banshee thing?
Well,
You
I
just
mean,
stay
we
right
could
there? 'Cause
see.
you have a hiding spot right there, and I can stand over here behind the table.
Right. You said my sanity was really high, though, right?
Yeah, not anymore, but yeah.
Because Banshee's
It's at
gonna
like
hunt.
65%.
Right, and Banshee doesn't hunt at 65.
But our collective sanity was in the 30s.
Yes, but the Banshee hunts based on the target's sanity, not the collective.
All right, so if I'm behind the table hidden, and you're out in the middle there,
Yes.
and it doesn't latch onto you, we know.
Roger that. We'll see. It sounded pretty normal. And if it's a let's just pretend it is a Banshee. It can't stalk us to this floor. It can't. Phantoms can. $180. Timer wise, we're at 180. telling me this might be a crap hole spirit? Side note, I think we're past 180 seconds.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Ugh. Can use parabolic to see if it's stalking. That would be very unreliable.
Here, just in case.
Because what do you? I mean, what are you going to get from the parabolic?
Yeah. I made the bear giggle.
Hey, Waffles, hello. Normal speed for now. It's probably gonna. Okay, so this is probably a spirit. Did it just get stuck on the stairs? What the? I was late on the timer, but I got one going. All right, it definitely targeted me. That's 100%.
Yeah, I think so. Not a banshee.
No, this might be a spirit. You get yelled at when you... I don't hide there very often. I just went for it. Huh?
Did you incense there?
I
And you have
did.
a timer?
Yes.
Okay, nice.
So I guess we can wait and see.
It didn't touch anything in the Pulte line here.
Well, to be fair, I mean, it came down here and immediately went this direction.
Yeah, it should have at least kicked the boot.
Right.
A boot.
Dude, it got to here on the stairs. It was like, this is literally what it did on the steps. It like got stuck at the top of those stairs. I don't know why.
It got stuck like right here.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was rounding the corner and it hit something.
I don't know.
I also get stuck on the stairs. Are you stuck?
Stop, bro. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Yeah, right
No,
here.
you're not.
I am.
You literally can't move?
I'm literally walking forward right now. I can hear my footsteps. You don't see me like wiggling?
No, I hear your footsteps though.
And I'm afraid. Oh.
I can back out of that.
You can back out, but I'm just
Oh
saying.
yeah, oh yeah, you do hit a thing here though. Yeah.
Yeah. There's
Chaotix,
still
hello.
a forward momentum stuck point there.
All right. It's looking more and more like a spirit.
Uh-huh.
Oh, by the way, Doc said that he's working on a remix.
Oh?
When you play that really fast. I asked if he would. Can you imagine like an electric guitar doing that fast? That sounds sick. A
That would
remix?
sound
Yeah.
sick. Holy shit.
Dog mix. Through the fire and flames, my ass. I think I started the timer a couple seconds late. My guess, it's gonna start hunting in the next like 5 or 6 seconds.
Okay. 5, 4,
It's over.
3, 2, 1, and hush.
Syndrome. Thank you for the 6
Oh, I
months.
saw this light starting to flash. I thought I was gonna get a flash moment there.
I'll give you a flash moment.
Oh, that's hot.
That's a little ass gliding. Hey, where you going? You got a friend in me.
They are shorter hunts at least.
Yeah, Tater, restart your game.
So Spirit?
Restart your game. I'm going Spirit.
I'm feeling it.
I have
really
to.
am.
At that point, I could
Normal
like
speed
2
hunter
back-to-back,
with line
3
of
plus.
sight. Yeah.
Yeah, Tater, it's been doing that. The event has broken the weeklies. I did twice. It's always Speed Demon. I don't know. Spirate. Noodles, what up? Please be Spirit.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs
Hip, hip.
for you.
Hooray! At least we got it.
We got 20 Easter points for that, and we didn't reveal any bunnies.
See, look at that. That's just from Ghost and Objectives. That's it.
Yep. Yep. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
I mean,
All
one
right.
more here.
Let's
Oh,
finish
jeez.
it.
Hold on. Do you want to sync ad breaks?
I
'Cause
can.
mine's
I could
about
do it.
trying
I
to-
can
trying to
do it
start.
right now.
I can do mine right now. Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Let's do
Sweet.
that right now. Okay,
All right,
3 minutes.
guys, we're
Yep.
doing ads
want?
break.
Okay, go.
All right, I'm doing 3 minutes of ads. We do it every hour to remove pre-rolls. I'm going to go ahead and do it now so we can just sync it up together so you guys don't miss anything. Ad break. That's right. But what are these ads you speak of? There we go. There we go. All right. Yeah, Tater, there's the fact that you couldn't get the right weekly. I don't know. I would have probably, I guess, restarted the game again. Each time I've had Speed Demons as the weekly, if I restarted the game, it gave me the correct weekly. Do you run ads as soon as you start the stream? Yeah, I do. Because that way, A, I can run it while the starting soon screen is happening, and B, it removes the pre-rolls as soon as, for the next hour for the start of stream. I guess I did a weekly. I mean, if anything, I guess it's a memory of what was. Hey, remember that time that all the weeklies were effed over? Yeah, that's this. Yeah. Two of the tiniest little Polty bombs. Fun. Otherwise, you get 30 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that way, too, when people are just jumping into the stream at the beginning, after the initial start, because the ones that are going to jump in initially are going to be people that are already following you, that might already have notifications on, see a noti from a server or whatever, which I don't think my notifications actually went off again. No, it did. Wait, no, it didn't. No, hold on. Nope, never went off. I hate it here. I hate it here. Look, it never went off. Stupid. Stupid. Hi. You got the Twitch notification. Yeah, the Discord one never went off. That's right. We'll send the ping and let things be what they are. I know the schedule. Well, that's another really important part, is to make sure that you're sticking to a schedule. Sticking to a schedule, people know when you're live. Hey, look, a noti. Ads are almost done. That's why I went ahead and sent it now. They're either delayed or not working anymore. It's the bot. I'm just going to have to change what bot I'm using. I use Dino for that, and it's just not working. Unfortunately. Don't have a set schedule. There's nothing wrong with not having one. If you can have one, that's great. If you can't, then it is what it is. Yeah. Dino's doing their best. Okay. Guitar! Thank you for the 15. Dino needs to get their act together. Yeah, and even when I contacted, they were like, oh, it's probably just cute. Like, okay, thanks. Good talk. I'm glad we had this conversation. No, it's probably just backed up. Every day? Hi, Carumba. All right. Well, if you're just coming in, hi. We did 2 of the maps.
Now that
We
sacrificed both our communities to Daddy Bezos.
Roger that. We have one more to do. One more no evidence to do.
Okay,
Alrighty.
let's see.
Third no evidence. Let's do it.
We're two of 3 right now. We're
Yes,
doing pretty
sir.
good.
We're doing all right. Northern Maze, thank you guys. Maze, thank you for the tier 2 for 8 months. Thank you, dude. Oh my God, what's up, Amber? Hi. Hey, how are you? What do we have? Bradley. Yeah, it would be Bradley. I knew it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are investigating Bradley Smith. boy that wants to give you a mighty good blow. Make sure to escape out of that clingy situation as we investigate Bradley Smith.
Oh my.
That was, I mean, they're the ones who make up the optionals, not me.
That's a Kronk face for sure. All right. Let me bring one of those guys. Bring one of these, one of those. Do some immediate testing. Just got the noti. Yeah. Yep. Hey. You wait. You better wait. All right. I'm ready. Oh, hey, it's us.
Oh, see us.
I saw you. I didn't see me. I'm a vampire. Forgot to tell you about that.
No, I saw my hands and I only saw you.
Okay.
It's funny because I don't see no temps yet.
Hey, what's up, Key? Steppies.
Oh, we got salt already, not a raid.
Not a Wraith. Lovely.
I'll go hit power.
Okay. Just staring at ourselves. That's too good. William, what up, dude? How was stream? He's gonna get power. I'm gonna stay here and try to do the firelight with the ghost. I know, Frog. It's so annoying. Oh, was that the ghost? Did the ghost just turn that switch off? I think it did. Okay. Not so fun. Oh, the game kept crashing. I'm so sorry. You're the van princess? Hey, listen, everybody needs a van princess. There's nothing wrong with that. Usually end up catching the YouTube videos. Welcome in, Koei. How are you? Tiger, I know. I wasn't going to, but listen, when the wife is away, games I shall play. Stream I shall do. It just didn't rhyme. Because kiddos are asleep. I'm usually hanging out with her at night, but if she's doing something else, it's like, Mario, well, I know what to do to occupy my time. She's doing really well. She's just been tired, but she had a chance to go hang out with one of her friends tonight. So, so that's what they're doing. They're at a concert. All right. I've had a single blowy. Hey, get back here.
Jesus.
Listen, dude. I'm gonna follow you around.
Thank you
There's
for
two.
calling the mighty Chinggis stepsister unsticking service. If you would like Chinggis to unstick you, please press 1. If you would like FlashForce to unstick you, please press 2. For all other calls, please hang up and call a reputable institution.
Huh.
Wild chat +2. You gotta go unstick.
Thanks, chat. Presses 1. I just see presses 1. Come on, one more. Blow this out. Come on. 2, 4, 5, 6. I usually count to 10 to be safe. Okay, I'd say no on Rio. I would say no on Rio. Oh. Imagine being lucky enough to get paid while playing games with your friends. Dude, I've been working hard at it for almost 5 years. Yeah, it's not something that I just picked up and all of a sudden it was just boof, here you go. I've been busting my ass, making nonstop videos and streams.
Not on Rio, you say?
I'd say no. I had 3 firelight blowouts and nada.
Okay, I do not see ghost or so not a mimic.
Roger. Is there a bug when Rio can hunt after 2 blowouts? No, that would be probably
Ghost
natural
turned off
hunting.
the power, so not a chip.
More than likely it would just be natural hunting. Ghost, you want to show up for a photo? Hello? Hello? Ghosty. If it changes this room, we can eliminate 2 ghosts. So if it... I don't remember from the settings if it can change the weekly.
So
I do not remember.
I've got Wraith, Jin, Onryo, and Mimic rolled out. Nothing else really happened. Not throwing anything. Not really doing much. Gave Flash lots of blows.
Did 3 of them.
Okay, that's just uncalled.
Okay. Smashed the piano and then tried to throw a beer in my face.
Yeah, I know.
Dude's
One of
rude.
them thinks it plays better music while it's drunk. It's one of them.
I will remember you. I think it's a they. I think it's a they. I think it's a they. I'm going they. I think it's a they. I think it's a they. I think it's a they. It was really, really fast. It might not have been. It's a Revy. You little Revy son of a... You get back downstairs. I'm gonna rub your nose in it. Swear to God. You little cretin. Look at you. Look at you. Act like nothing happened. Just went about his business. Hey, again, we know what the ghost is. Chinggis, save me. Chinggis. My poor corpse.
Hey, it's a revenant.
It did almost trick me. I'm glad he didn't die. I mean, I probably should know better that it's not a...
circled, I'm pushing the button.
I probably should know better that it's not a Thay anyway, because we would have probably aged it enough to the point where it wouldn't have been that fast.
Will you remember me?
I want him to sing the Sarah McLachlan song.
Let that red clap your cheeks.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
I was almost fooled.
Almost, yeah. I want to say...
It was super
If,
fast, and then as soon as it, yeah.
As soon as I broke line of sight.
Well done, sir. G's
Actually,
and
your death
cheese.
helped us identify it.
I think so
because
too.
It extended the hunt. So when I incensed it, it was once the incense wore off, I was able to hear his feet.
Hey yo, that was 3 up and 3 down, sir.
Man, that's fucking high fives.
Hey, hi. Johnny Bravo's.
Man, I'm pretty. I love Johnny Bravo, Dean.
Man, I'm pretty.
Did anybody ever tell you that I've got beautiful eyes?
What a creep.
So what would you like to do now, Mr. Flash?
Oh no, it's up to you, dude.
It's up to me. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I'm just little guy. I'm just hanging out, man.
Oh man. Oh, jeez. Well, let's fix the loadouts here, because I know.
Oh yeah, look at
we're
both of us.
Over level 100. Yeah.
Well,
God,
damn.
slackers.
Oh man, I was thinking about saving my prestige game for tomorrow. By the way,
Let's see here.
we do the weekly now. I can do the prestige game, and then we
How
can
about I
get
Comfy
levels.
Cozy Willow on Nightmare.
I like
Since
it.
we just did no evidence runs.
Sir, yes, sir.
And then if we just smoke through this, then we do something more challenging.
Okay.
Let's go.
I'm okay with that. Hey, Spartan, how are you?
All right, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the
It's not Blood Rain. I immediately go to the monitor when I hear that. Thunderbolt? Thank you, Thunderbolt. Mr. Chinggis' name?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are investigating Andrew Bailey. Andrew Bailey is going to give you a blow that drives you completely insane. Make sure to escape out of that gooey situation as we investigate Andrew Bailey.
Oh, hi.
Did you say gooey?
You?
I changed the title. I put Chinggis's name in the title, by the way, in case you're not. Fuck, God damn it. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. What is wrong with every one of you? Oh my god. Floor it. Power's on. Copper, have a good night, friend. Fair. Where are you? Goodbye. Boy's bedroom.
It's in the basement.
It said boy's bedroom.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I'm watching it spell it out. You're like, basement.
Oh, I didn't,
oh my
I
god.
didn't see the spell. Oh, hey, look, it's here.
Oh, that's crazy. It's cold in here. Nailed it. Don't you dare. Getting all the notices from Discord now from Friday and earlier. No, you are not. Are you really?
Yeah.
It is too. I hate it here. I'm turning that off. Yep. Goodbye, Dino. It was great having you. You are. You guys are getting... I'm so sorry. That's so aggravating. That is so annoying. Hold on. You know what I'm going to do? Guess what, Dino? You're losing your permissions. Permissions. Send messages? No. View the channel? No. You've just lost your permissions. Gone. I hate it here. I'm so sorry for the extra pings. That is so aggravating for you. I'm so sorry. Banned and gone. I just removed it from that channel. Oh, it's so annoying. I need to find a more reliable one. The reason I was telling somebody else, the reason I use multiple bots is because I need multiple different things that one bot can't do. Like one thing I really like about YAG, which I might use them for noties for this, is because they can post YouTube videos and shorts and ignore my live videos. That's what I want. In that channel, I don't want it to post live videos. So I'll look at YAG. F it.
Okay, it moved.
What do you have? What do you have? What are you doing?
The orb was outside.
Oh. Well, Ghost was outside.
Inside. It moved in here, but the orb
Where
was
are you?
100% out here.
Are you here? Here, you have a chat.
Where are you? How old are you? Are you friendly? Are you near? Are you far? Give it a sign. Give me a sign. That's a sign. Oh, yeah. You like FlashForce, huh?
Nope, nope, nope,
Oh, you
nope,
shadow.
nope, nope. Oh, he walked through the bed, dude. He's a cheater.
Oh my god.
Cheater. Cheater. Jerk face. No evidence. No, this is Nightmare.
It started out here. That was interesting.
It did start out here. You got nothing?
Nope. You try.
Crucifix on the bed. Crucifix on the bed. No freezing. Where are you? Are you near? Are you here? Are you close? Are you angry? Why are you so ugly? How many elbows do you have? Do you clean your sheets? Nothing. Percy! Thank you for the 16 months. What up, dude? All right. Do you like pineapples? No, we're not talking to break. You are no longer in the running to becoming America's Next Top Model. Advita Zane. Clean your sheets once a week. That's fair.
So all I've gotten is orbs.
Another?
So
No,
far.
it
I
did
haven't gotten
not.
anything
You
else.
lied to me. Did it really?
It can't be a Goria.
Hold on.
And no, I don't see the orbs.
I swear to God, I literally just revoked all the permission. It did. Fuck you. You know, does Dino do anything else in here? I'm about to kick it. I'm literally about to kick it. That bot doesn't use it. Nope, it doesn't use it there. Is it just in the notifications? I use Dino for giveaways, but F that. Revenge of the Bot? No, fuck that bot. Guess what? Guess what? What? Okay. I'm sorry. Is it not letting me?
Ghost has moved rooms. It is now in the hallway.
Oh no. Okay, I have to do this the hard way. You pain in the ass. You've gotten 4 pings. I know. Well, guess what? You're not going to get any more from it. Because I just kicked the bot from the server. Nope.
It's so spicy.
Fucking people. Okay. Yep, it's gone. It's gone. I kicked the bot. No more. That is so aggravating. It's aggravating because it's aggravating for you guys getting the pings for no reason. It's so stupid. It said we need to make sure. I hate it here, dude. No, it's gone. F that bot. Bye. Deuces. To the void you go. All right. There. All right. I'm coming. It's bad when you have to ban. Chingus, do you need a smudge? Do you need a backup smudge? You think he's okay? What do you think he's thinking right now? Are you okay?
Yeah, he started hunting in the kitchen.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm going to put a crucie here.
Oh, shit. No, it's fine.
Was that the first smudge? Do we just have orbs?
No.
Hold on. It was hard to hear you. What'd you say?
To the kitchen now.
What?
Yep. I'm getting another.
What the French toast? Dino's now liable. It should be liable, because if I go into their Discord, I'm like, hey, the bot just sent out 17 everyone pings. They're gonna BP oil me. Sorry. We're sorry. Sorry. That doesn't do me shit. Like, bye. It's 12 degrees in here. It's not. Holy crap, dude. I don't think it's in here. I think it's the hallway. Nope, their orb is here. What the fuck? Hey, we have dots, by the way. Okay. All right. Okay.
All right. Come on now.
Where's he at? I want to say hi. Oh, he's gone. Okay, never mind. Wait. No, he's not. What the hell? Where is it?
I don't know, but this seems a bit much.
Slightly fewer people saying I never got. I think I got the ping this time. Barbecue sauce on pizza or not? There's a really good. I've had amazing barbecue pizzas. Oh yeah.
So
Some
it's
of them
moved
are
rooms 3 times, so it's
Yeah.
not a banshee.
That was right on top of us. phantom. Wait, it can't be a phantom. Wait. Is this a banshee? Come back. No. We need one more hunt.
What the shit is... Leave me alone, you big bully!
Quick, get another
Jesus
smudge.
Christ!
Get another smudge. Here, I'll go get one. We'll go together.
Oh my god, dude.
I thought that was it. I thought that was curtains. He said it's not a banshee, and he starts hunting right on top of him. So maybe it might be a banshee. All right, let's do this again. I'll try to burst the lights in here.
No, blew the light in here. Yeah.
Okay. So
No?
here's the kind of an issue. It hunted right on top.
Okay, it's still here.
If it's a banshee, I don't know if it targeted you or me.
But it's not a banshee. Banshees can't move rooms.
Oh, it has moved room like 4 times. Oh, you're right.
It's yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that
We're
stupid
just
trait.
within its range of a ghost event.
But it didn't even event in here. It just went to town. Wait, we never asked the age. Ah, it doesn't matter. Go. I forgot it can't be a banshee. Banshees and Gorios cannot change their room. The reason a banshee can't is because it can't long roam. Yeah, it can't be a mimic. Literally can't. We have dots. Hard to say. I'd say no Thay, no Raiju. It's a Yurei or a yokai.
No, Yurei, yokai. Yeah, Yurei, yokai for sure.
I'm gonna bring this crucifix into this room.
That makes a lot of sense.
Actually, wait. Oh, we don't have light in there. We could do it from in here.
Do what?
A yokai test.
Okay.
Okay, dude. I'm sorry. Can like every ghost stalk now? Is this a new thing we weren't told?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait. Check it. Was that you?
No, I did that.
Oh my god, you turd butt.
I'd have already screamed Yurei if that was the case.
It's in the garage now. Dude, it's all over the place. Don't come in here. Don't come in here. Okay. I was here. It was at the table. It was like just at the corner.
Uh-huh.
Roxy, ew. Yeah, that seems
Feeling yokai.
like a yokai.
Yeah, I'm feeling yokai.
Mm-hmm. It's everywhere. This ghost is... This is a crazy yokai. Why is it, like, following us?
I don't know, but I'm scared.
But I'm scared. I got jump scared.
Did we find the bone?
I did not. All ghost stalk. It was in the same patch as... It was in the same...
Not either.
Hold on. Well, that's unfortunate. I have no sprint. Yeah. All right. Did you smudged, yeah? Did it just event on you again?
Twice! It farted on me first.
Leave him alone, you bully! Stop! Stop. Get some help. Okay? Okay? Okay. Okay. All right. So we didn't find the bone yet?
No, I'm not going back in there though. I don't even care at this point.
He's being targeted and I don't know why. We'll look for it.
We made 5 pictures for a perfect if it is a yokai.
Hey, I found that bone, by the way. Okay. Maybe try my luck. He just wants to be your friend, Jenkins. It targeted Chingus, didn't it? Chingus.
Okay, all right. Like, seriously.
It targeted you. Oh, we need 2 photos. I don't know which one of these crucifixes has... Hold on. Nope. Yep. All right, we need 1 more. Did you get all the salt?
Yeah, I took 3 pictures of salt out there. I did that.
All right, where's it at? Where's our ghosty friend? Garage, right?
I don't know.
Hey, blow this out. Oh, wait. Have you done the Ouija board?
I haven't taken a picture of the Ouija board.
Okay. I'm bringing it outside. There you go. Nailed it.
Hey, yo.
Nailed it.
Nice. I
Wow.
used,
You have a new favorite ghost.
to escape it that time. Yeah, is that what it is? Is that
it's got to be a yokai.
Yeah,
I mean, yokai's
no.
your new favy.
Oh, no. That was horrible. That was quite horrible, I might add.
Oh my goodness gracious. And it waited for you to come back in that last time to hunt, by the way.
It did. It 100% did.
Oh my goodness. That's the worst way. Listen, to be fair, the photos that he sees, I don't see. It's different.
Honestly, I was prepared to start freaking out that it was a banshee that moved rooms.
Yeah, well, if this would have been a
The way that
banshee,
was acting.
that'd be something to report.
Yeah.
But now, just
I mean,
a crazy
it definitely
yokai.
acted like one, that's for sure.
Oh my word.
Holy rusted shitballs, Batman.
What episode was that from?
426. All right, I
I'll
picked the
check that
last
out
map.
last.
You picked this map.
I'll check that
Oh,
out after
yeah,
stream.
You
You
should. Google it.
Google it. Listen. No, we can't do. So you hate prison?
Anything.
No.
No, I'll do everything. I'm fine.
I say we do it.
We're doing prison.
I believe in us.
Oh, fuck it.
You're like my
Well,
wife.
after that,
You're
it's
like
gonna
my
be a
wife.
shame.
Listen, we can eat wherever you want. I don't care. We can go wherever you want. Oh, do you want to go here?
Yeah.
Well, not there.
I didn't say that though. I was like, yeah. You were
They
all
didn't.
like, okay, let's
I
go
picked
get
prison,
tater
and you're like,
tots from
oh.
Sheets. And I was like, yeah, it's fine.
Oh, come on. You're a pro.
It's still not my favorite.
I know.
I'm just
That's fair.
Here to try it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's like high school with me. I'll do it. It's just not my favorite.
Let's all go to the prison. Let's all go to the prison and give the ghost a
No
snack.
report this time.
Oh,
Be careful.
which one of us would that be?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Well, yeah, because I'll just stay in the truck if you tell me.
Well, thankfully, there's no pits for you to push me into, so I'll be fine.
Wow, dude, one time. You know, it's
Oh,
just
sorry.
one time and it was an accident and I'm never going to live it down.
I don't see Orbeez. No bonus Orbeez.
No. All right.
Actually, you know what? F these things. F this. I'm going to do headgear.
Oh, that might be a good
and,
idea
like,
just for the
motion
sake of...
sensors. Yeah.
Bringing more
very
stuff
nice.
inside.
But I'm gonna hit upstairs and cell blocks right now.
Roger that. Okay, he's doing upstairs. You know what? I will take this. What about a pit? We were playing Repo. I hit him with the cart to make a funny, and I didn't know it was going to knock him into a
I
pit.
got the board.
Oh my Lanta.
Where are you? C A F
Cafeteria?
E T E R I A. Cell block B.
I hate it here.
Goodbye.
Remind us to teach you stuff later, okay? Hey, what are you asking? I can hear that from the truck.
I asked where the bone is. It's in A blotch.
Oh, roger that. Highland Walrus, thank you for the biddies. All right, I don't see any orbs, and we made a big boo-boo because we didn't check the cafeteria cam. Yeah, but there's no
And I
orbs,
just
though.
pilled up, which may have triggered a room move too. So
No, it'll be fine. All right, dots. Dot book. Sure. All right.
wow.
What? Got a problem with it? He did say feed the ghost. This is true. He did.
The ghost in my chat said you're all skin and bones. They're not as good as I am for snacking.
You tell me who the hell said that right now.
No.
I'll find my ways. Rowan, I'm good. How are you? All right, ghost. Security camera's there. Place that here. This is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough. That'll cover that. This will cover that. Okay.
We have hiding in the ghost room.
Oh, ayo.
I thought I saw an orb for a second. It's something shimmery outside.
Oh. Figures. Break!
Where are you?
Hey. No, he doesn't. No, you don't get to talk to Ghosty like that. Oh, no. No, no. No hug flash. Get out. Hope the goats are more active. The goats? Wait, what? What's up, Rave? No?
I have a crucifix down, but it doesn't matter.
Why would you say that?
Because the room's so big.
Touche. I don't know where it's walking. That's the biggest issue. We don't know what the pathing is inside of that cafeteria. Just in case, I'm gonna take one. Okay. It's Twitch and YouTube, Park. I'm gonna go put some motion sensors down. And hopefully live. Weepy, what up?
A moving thought you've had there.
Oh, thank you. Have I ever played Schedule 1? Yeah, we've streamed it before. Yeah. Ghost. Be nice to know where you are. Oh, kill. God dang it. Hi, boss. Just letting you know I'm out of product. Roger that, kill. Roger that. Someone literally just asked about Schedule 1. Kill, I swear to God. It's said cafeteria. I mean, nothing is moved. I'm a little concerned because nothing's been moved in here.
I did see my breath. It's okay.
You did?
I did, yes.
Oh no. What prestige am I right now? 18. What if it's a shade? It's always possible. Here, we'll watch through here. Could it be the balcony upstairs? I hope not. What if that's where it was? Oh, that's a really good point. Grub, that makes a lot of sense, and I hate that that makes sense. Wait. Did I just hear a throw?
Everything's fine.
I'm not sure it is.
Do you think it moved?
I was walking back towards the front, and I heard a throw.
Okay.
Near the front.
Near the front.
Yes.
Let me get an incense and I'll ask the question again.
Because I just killed recently, so... if you're carrying incense, you're not carrying a lighter, sir.
Yeah, I know. I was just bringing stuff to the door.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
You didn't see shit. Oh my god, that pushed me into that just pushed me in.
Hi, Rhonda.
That hit me in the ass. All right, just for safekeeping of this room, we're gonna do this. Why do I have a feeling it's next to us in Visitor?
Well, it is 6 degrees out here.
Is it really here? You beer drinker? Just not on occasion, not very
There are
often at all.
definitely things that are thrown in Visitor, but it's 10 degrees in here.
When I do, honestly, my wife and I, we would drink cider because it was the one thing we could agree on.
The ghosty is definitely moved. God.
I'm gonna go get the crucifix out of the cafeteria.
Yeah, I see my breath in here now, and roger that. Look how creepy this place is now. Thank you, Matthew. Oh, apples, they're so good. They're just refreshing. I think that's what it is. There's other beers that have would make me really thirsty after. Cider would not do that to me. Did I hear you say something about the thing you use to do giveaway? No. I haven't said anything about it, but it's called Lock Tools. They don't, you can't download it anymore.
Crucifix? Do you see a crucifix right here?
No.
I set it down and it just went poof.
Well, why'd you do that?
Back in the van.
Cider's not a beer. Legally it is, Kill. Just because it's not as black as a swamp doesn't mean it's not a beer. God. Beer snobs.
Yeah, it respawned in a van. It fell through the map.
What the hell?
going right back to that same place.
Never had cider. What's wrong with that? It's fine. All right, let's see what happens this time. Oh, I see like an arm of it is like part of through the floor. And it's gone.
Uh-oh. Shit was funny. As soon as you hit your radio.
I got her real close. You just all right. Well, that explains that one.
No,
got
we know
her.
what it is. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
All right, that's another zero evidence run.
She started not on the visit. She started on the opposite side.
Right. Oh, hi.
Where's she at? Nope, not today. Nope. Here, this is for you. A-hole. Make my friend's crucifix disappear. How dare you? Ghosty needs a hug.
Wow.
Ghosty does not need a hug.
This has been a
Spooky.
weird run.
All right. Hey, from the angle you're at right now, could you tell me a ghost story?
Oh. Once upon a time, there was a little boy named FlashForce who was sitting all by himself alone in the woods. And then all of a sudden, the witch showed up. Ah!
And then what
Okay.
happened?
She ate him. He died. It's very unfortunate.
Oh, fuck. Damn, dude. Does anybody in the chat make any books by chance?
I didn't say a good one. Oh, yeah, it's supposed to have a happy ending.
Oh.
You got the witch pregnant. Chat, you're weird.
God,
Jesus
oh,
Christ.
oh my God. Tell them to relax.
Flash.
That's how Midnight Society was born. I can write. Oh my God. Well, it's up to you. It's a Revy. We can either take it and say F this, which didn't even get the repel.
I'm down for taking it and just saying F it.
I'm okay with that.
I mean, we can force the perfect if you want, but
I don't. I mean, we're both past level 100. I don't think it really matters that much right now.
yeah.
Hi, author here.
We didn't see
Oh
it
my
work. It's not a
God.
minute.
You wait. You don't say that. I was a little scared. Just a little bit.
Job's ready for you.
Just a little bit.
It's still $1,700, man. That's still a good run.
Oh, boop the snoot. Sorry. Boop.
Yeah, you gotta boot.
Jesus.
All right. Well, I mean,
I've used a pen
If
before.
we're gonna do that, let's just.
Okie
Will you
dokie.
see 'em?
Yeah.
Just as large as the map.
It's going to be outside. It's fine.
It'll be great.
Garden. Garden. I can read. Am I qualified?
Check the equipment and get set up before investigating.
Oh, damn. That
Whoever
would've
was
been funny.
here must have summoned
It still might be, technically.
You guys are really spent on this.
But be careful.
What, on the witch and me having a baby?
And no, apparently the witch starved because you're not meaty enough. That's what they're telling me.
Dude, what is this? They're going to give me a complex.
I don't know. Clearly,
I'm going to go back to downing
Apparently-
regular Hot Pockets if this happens.
dome them all in one bite. Ow. I must get thick, boy.
One box, one snack. Nom nom. Highland Walrus, thank you, friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are investigating Linda Everly. Linda Will Everly wants to whisper you sweet nothings while she shows you the way that she moves. Make sure to stop Mr. Paco with the power of Chinggis as you investigate Linda Everly.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Linda.
I remember there was a day when I used to do that all the time.
I know. That's why I ask you to do it occasionally. Bama, how was stream, dude? That's right. You always forget where the Ouija board is here.
I would live in this house too, by the way.
Oh yeah, this is a super nice house. It's by the couch. I can show you.
40 on that, it would be just fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
We have closet hiding.
Awesome. The Ouija board usually spawns right here. Relearning Sea of Thieves, dude. I would love to play Sea of Thieves again.
We've got power.
Oh, okay. He's out there. I'm gonna go over here. It's such a good game. Was the worst curse, in my opinion, the circle. Summoning circle sucks. I hate it. You know, he said we have the power. We might as well sit in a room with the lights and hang out with all the pets. Possibly upstairs?
Okay.
I heard a door, I think. Maybe office?
We have the summoning circle?
Oh, gross.
Power's on, by the way.
Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you near? Are you here? Are you friendly? Are you angry? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Speak of the devil, I know. Are you thirsty? Do you want a drink? Just give it all kinds of stuff to play with. Don't forget a lighter. Roger that. You want to type on the typewriter? Oh my god! Holy crap. Hey, I'm gonna go clean the pee off my shorts. I'll be right back.
You okay?
I don't know how to answer that. Hey, what are you doing in here?
Okay. Looking for the bone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's over there.
Okay.
She spawned inside of me.
Ooh,
I'm violated. I'm gonna go find someone to talk to. I'll be back.
Okay, that's fine.
I think she's pissed I was touching her typewriter. You should try it out.
Ooh, I'm on it.
Egg drop soup. Oh, I do. You like wonton soup? Wonton soup's so good. Don't touch grandma's liquor cabinet. I'll save Josie, of course. Of course I will. You know what? Because. Hey, Solar, how are you? Good God, man. Schnikes. Yeah, that. What got me? It was so like she was in my ear. That was. Yeah. No thanks. I'm good. Like soaking wonton crackers and egg drop soup. Oh yeah, the little thin guys. What'd you say?
It likes it when I touch the typewriter.
Oh, why? What did she tell you?
Yeah, she literally showed up and was just like, and what happened next in this story? And I was all like, and then the witch ate him. Ah!
Oh no! Oh, this is where you've been writing.
yeah.
This is where you've been putting the story down on paper.
My epic novel.
You're.
I'm not convinced it's in there, by the way.
No?
I mean, it's 19 degrees in there, but it's 7 degrees out here.
Oh no! Is it in the hallway?
I mean, it's 9 and 10 degrees and 8 degrees, and it's the same temperature between these two rooms. Oh, it's 6 out here now?
Oh no! I see no orbs. Hallway ghost, I know, especially here. Hey, what's up, Mub?
At least they fixed this one spot.
This
of
one.
all the safe spots, they did fix this one spot.
Oh, there's orbs. Oh, that's finally showing up. That's cute.
Nice.
Yeah, it's in the hallway.
That's good.
Yeah, I know. And they're like, oh, you mean the campsite with the glitchy spot that everyone uses to level up real fast? Nah, I don't give a shit.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh, you mean the place with all the goofy shit on the walls and the mozzarella sticks?
I'm down. You want to meet after stream?
Oh, I'm down. Shenanigans? Ho, 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 ho. Where are you? Are you near? Are you close? Are you far? Are you here? Are you near? Where's Chinggis? Finish the story. Grandma, are you upset I touched your liquor? Oh, can I come? We're all getting mozzarella sticks. Mozzarella sticks for everybody. That's right. Shit, you just buy a bucket from Sheets.
The dog just tried to commit, like... He tried to off himself with a paper towel. He's sitting here just... I
Who,
didn't
PB?
notice it. Yeah, he's just eating a paper towel, and then he starts choking on it, spits it out on one side, and then starts eating the rest of the paper towel.
Just here.
Yeah, literally just...
Like, come on, dude. What are you doing? Poor little PB.
Oh, man.
Listen, maybe if you fed your dog.
Oh, I promise you he has food. Chat said that if I feed him FlashForce, he'll go hungry.
Listen, I swear to God.
Hey, we have toe beans.
Sheets has a bucket. A bucket of mozzarella sticks. I swear to God. If I wanted to surprise my wife, I would just stop at Sheets and get a bucket of mozzarella sticks. By the way, this is Josie. This is my dog. She's a cutie patootie. She's upstairs sleeping. How many in a bucket? Oh, I don't know. I could count next time, though. If you want me to. All right, if it's in the hallway, I'm going to double crucifix, I think. All right, I'm bringing double crucifix in.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, we kind of need it.
What? Kind of need it? Yeah.
So we kind of need it. So we have orbs and UV.
Oh, we have of?
Yeah, we have some of. I got some toe beans.
Okay. Go to Google the closest Sheets. What is Sheets? Sheets is a
Need some motion sensors.
it's a gas station that has also made to order food. Really, really good made to order food. Like Wawa, kind of like places like that. It's similar. Oh, there's a bunch near me. I have two less than a mile apart from each other. All right. Don't hunt me, you butthole. This will protect us all the way to the top of the stairs. This will protect to about there. Where's it protect this direction? Okay, it could spawn in the trophy or in the corner. Bucky's. Yeah, that's a good comparison. Gas station sushi, their MTO food's not bad.
Come here.
On the way, dear.
Dude, do you see that for you?
Is it like floating up and down?
You mean like completely spazzing out and freaking out on the tray? Yeah, yeah.
It's not freaking out for me. It's definitely like hovering up and down weirdly back and forth.
Oh yeah, no, it's like vibrating. It's like a dirty toy on mine.
So you're gonna take it home?
This is now mine.
Wow, dude. You gonna share or what?
No. It's only up and down slowly for you.
What about left and right?
No, it wasn't going left and right. It was just going.
Fine then. I'm taking the gold bowl.
No, that's fine.
Wow, dude. Just wow.
I'm taking this candle.
How dare you? My wife gave me that candle. I'm taking this
And
one.
you know what? F this vase.
Uh-oh.
Padding do they use on that carpet? It didn't break.
That was right behind us.
It was right behind it. But it's motion sensing over there. So
Is this
why
a
are we at
prestige
Nazis
challenge?
beyond
No, we're
the
not
sea?
prestiging tonight. Oh, wait. Possible Banshee? Oh. I'll be RB.
Okay.
Might be a Banshee. Can you take the cursed object outside? You can, but it won't work outside. Go. Run. Run. I don't know where I put the other one. I think I left it upstairs. Emery! There's 15 in a bucket? Dude, that's a deal. Oh, hey, how are you?
I ran away.
Oh my god, that's not hunting. Dude, my paramic was on. Oh my god. Great is gonna give me a heart attack.
That was horrible. Oh, God.
Oh my god. All right, try this again. $15 for like 10 bucks. There you go. There you go. Listen, it's not a bad deal. Pretty sure what? Turn off electron. Oh, the tip. Oh yeah. I need to add more to that. I've had zero vocal. Can I ship them? It's not doing anything on the microphone at all. What if it does like an Obake print and we miss it? Do they offer free dipping sauce? It comes with. The mozzarella, the marinara sauce comes with. It comes with. Banshee scream in 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Crucifix, just like I said. Sonic? Oh, that's tots. I get tots from Sonic. Ranch or marinara? For mozzarella sticks, you dip them in ranch? That doesn't sound good. Chinggis.
I heard that. Yeah. What the hell? What?
I'm a little fearful for our lives.
Hold me.
Oh, God. If I sit in the corner, it's gonna leave me alone, right? Ranch on everything. Listen, ranch is good. I do like it on stuff. Mozzarella sticks? No, gotta go marinara. Hey, why'd you do that? Did Flash just say he doesn't dip his... I'm sorry, is that a bad thing that I don't dip mozzarella sticks in ranch?
Over here like it did a ghost event. And it
You
didn't
dip
do
your
a
ranch?
ghost-
Could it be a mimic? Technically, yes. Hey, we don't have freezing temps, right? We don't have freezing, right?
No, I've checked multiple times.
Okay, apparently I'm the weird one. Sorry.
Am I the target again?
I don't...
Of
it's...
the yokai?
Oh, the yokai target?
It is not freezing.
Okay.
So
The retro shirt came in the mail. It's so soft. Oh, they're so great. I like ranch. You're not that weird. I like ranch too. I just don't like it on certain things. I just really like marinara sauce. I love Italian food. We have a what?
We have an ad break too.
Yes, we do. We can make this fast if you want. You don't dip them in anything? If they're good enough, you don't have to. Fried calamari and marinara? Yes. Absolutely. You dip your pizza in ranch? My daughter does that sometimes. Let me go downstairs while you do that. about marinara sticks dipped in ranch? Oh, no, trust me. I know a lot of people near here. There's a group of people we used to call the Ranch family. I don't know, man. How do you use emotes that you got from following?
I don't know either. I haven't found the bone yet, by the way.
Might refresh the stream.
Is the attic.
Oh. Oh my god.
Oh.
Okay, that's got to be the last one. That has to be the last.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's the last one.
All right. I don't know. I don't know if we're thinking. If it's not giving me a banshee scream.
Stand over there.
Okay.
I'll stand over here.
All right. I'm gonna go into the tea room.
Yeah, the tea room. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any old content on the oldest side of the map? I do. I have YouTube videos and VODs. Sounds pretty normal. Oh, well, you're just coming right for me. Grandma, no, I don't want it. Is this an old... I know what he's doing. I know what he's doing. That cheeky booger. You cheeky booger.
It's an Obake.
I knew what you were doing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I knew what you were doing. When I heard that speed and it was in the same place, I'm like, oh, okay. All right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't see her shift, or at least maybe I missed it. I wasn't paying attention.
Yes, it 100% is Obake.
Roger
Yeah,
that.
she turned into both Crawley Childs and Rhonda. So
I think it's Obake. I do. Yeah, I was thinking Obake anyway because I heard her speed up to you, and it's definitely not a Hantu.
yeah, yeah.
Can't know so cheesy. It is. But it's good for something like the Obake because you can watch it. You can watch it hunt. So, listen, I give it to him, man. It's fine. Can you test for an Obake? Yeah, technically.
Welcome back.
Christ, these ghosts are making us work for it tonight.
Oh, my Lanta.
Oh yeah, we forgot the bone. I thought it was a perfect game. Oh well. All right, let's do the ad thing.
All right, roger that. All right, we're doing ads. We do 3 minutes every hour, friends, just to make sure we can remove pre-rolls. What does the piano do? It's a forever looping spot. Yeah, it's a forever looping spot. You can't, like, you can go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Hold on, I'm texting my wife. Sorry. She just sent me a really funny message. I don't think she realizes how funny it looks when I'm looking at, or how funny it is just looking at it. Did you get the I have an upgraded trophy. Yeah, I do. How much does Flash? You guys said hi. I will. She's driving right now. Cheese sticks and cheddar peppers ordered. Yeah, it's... Oh, wait. Oh, this is his. Oh, this is his. This is the version without the extra ropes and sticks. So you see these ropes and these sticks? Yeah, they get added on when you upgrade your trophy. Hey, Dutch, what up? Oh, I forgot the ads are running. Fried pickles? Yo, fried pickles are good. Yeah. I'm not even really a huge, like, pickle guy. It's lame. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Oh, hey, how are you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh. Yes, I'll have that FlashForce right there. How much is that?
What about this one?
No, not that one.
Oh.
That
Well,
one
this one's on
medium.
sale.
Oh, I'm in here for it. I need a discount.
By the way, there's a rousing conversation going on right now about mozzarella sticks, because we're talking about sheets and all that stuff. And there's apparently a huge wave. There's a huge wave of people that dip them in ranch instead of marinara.
Yes, I have met said people. I am personally a marinara person. Just
Okay,
so
good.
You're aware.
Okay.
So.
Good. Okay. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yeah. No, we're not. I'm not a freak like that. That would be absolutely horrible.
Hear that? He called you guys freaks.
Now there is something that Dahlia does. Dahlia dips her mozzarella sticks into sour cream, and then into marinara sauce.
I really hate sour cream.
Do you really?
It's a texture thing. It's just, I don't like it.
So you don't like yogurt and things like that at all?
No. Yogurt's fine. Yogurt's different. Yogurt and sour cream are not the same.
Consistency.
That is malarkey.
No, I don't think
it's
so.
also the taste. The taste is not that great for me.
Okay, that's fine. If you don't like taste is subjective.
The only time I have ever liked sour cream when it was on pierogies. That was it.
I'm down with pierogies, dude.
Pierogies are
so fucking
good stuff. There was a way back in the day, I was over at a friend's house and we were drinking drinking very heavily over a night. And when I woke up, it was like the only time I think I've ever, I woke up from drinking and I didn't have a hangover. I didn't feel bad. I felt great. And his dad made us breakfast and he made fresh pierogies from scratch.
Oh my God, for breakfast?
Yes.
That's
it was
a hell of a
amazing,
breakfast, dude.
Oh.
Oh my God.
I still remember it to this day. It was so long ago. Can't do tomatoes. I love tomatoes.
And waking up with no hangover and getting fresh pierogies.
That was a day.
Jealous. And I know it's only happened once in your life, apparently, but
well, I don't drink very often, and part of the reason I don't drink very often is because the next day I just feel so hit. I'm like, it's not worth it.
Yeah,
it's not worth
you.
it.
Yeah.
Is it worth prestiging or just for fun? It's just for fun for now.
Casual. I'll hold
copying
on to
Graham?
the same drink the entire party and just sip on it.
There you go.
Just so I still look like I'm playing the part, but I don't like it either. I don't.
How's that water? It's good.
Oh my God, Mima. Ranch on your hot dogs?
Oh my God. Like how much giving up do you have to do to put ranch on the hot dog?
I don't know. I'm kind of curious now.
Oh.
What does it taste like?
Cocktail sauce is good on mozzarella sticks. Really?
Oh my God,
I could see that. I like cocktail sauce. Ranch.
I literally just stopped, visualized, and thought about it, and I literally got goosebumps thinking about ranch on a hot dog, man. That is just
ugh. Disgusting.
Mayo on hot dogs.
I did see a TikTok popped up for me where they had they took like a crescent roll, like the dough, they rolled it out, sliced it thin, you wrap that around hot dogs, and then you air fry them.
Yes.
You cover them in butter. So,
Oh, that
looked great.
So I do that, but I don't air fry them. I just put them in the
just put them in the oven.
Put them in the oven.
Okay.
And then I dip them into the Velveeta chili con carne mix, microwave nuclear mix thing.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
That sounds
it's
good.
Fucking bussin'. I picked that
it's
bussin'.
Okay.
Bussin'. Yeah.
I hate it here. Let's go to Tangle.
I do blue cheese over ranch whenever I have the opportunity. It's good.
If it's wings, I do ranch over blue cheese. I'm so sorry. We're making you hungry. I'm so sorry. Add cheese to the crust. Oh yeah, I could. Yeah, that's a good idea. What if I did like? Don't they make? What if I did like pretzel dough? What if I did pretzel dough? Pretzel dough. Wrap that around the hot dog. Air fry that, and then dip that in nacho cheese. Dude, all that good work I've been doing, eating healthy and working out, is going to go straight to shit, and it's because of you guys. I blame you. I blame every one of you. You allow me to have these conversations. You mix ranch and blue cheese? I'm just not a big blue cheese guy. Wowzer. Oh, it's so good, though. Hey, we have orbs. They're right here. That's nice.
What?
The orbs are right here.
Right here.
Right here.
Wow, it's 5 degrees out here.
Hey, yo. Actually, I'm actually going to put them over here. Hold on. Oh, no, that doesn't work. Okay.
Oh, we have a mirror, too.
Oh, my Lanza? Oh, look, dots. What the dickens? I just saw the little dot kid go running into the living room. All right. Late Sunday. What's up, Maple? Yeah. A pretzel dog with cheese? Yeah. Yeah. That sounds so good. And you just do fresh dough that you wrap and then like you cook in the air fryer. Oh, that sounds good. You know, somebody had, I think we've talked about it before. I don't need you at all. Somebody had a really good way that they put it when they talked about like eating foods that are just not really good for you, especially if you're trying to eat healthier, is they said how much like saying cheat day sucks, how stupid that is, because I think it almost makes it harder on you rather than just enjoying the food you enjoy and then paying for it later. And you know, it's not going to kill you to enjoy something every now and then. Don't have a cheat day or a cheat this or a cheat this. Just enjoy and then get back on it. Eat what you want, add what you need. Yeah. Oh, my eyes. I had night vision on. I was staring in the living room and the light turned on.
I didn't turn the light on. I turned the power on.
Moderation. Exactly. Yeah, I think I flipped that switch earlier. I think that was a self-inflicted wound.
I have no pity for a self-inflicted wound.
How dare, dude. My leg. Yeah, that was my bad. Eat in moderation. Yeah. And I've been doing that too. I've been doing a really great job at that. Like we wanted to have hot dogs and I wanted to have hot dogs, but I'm like, there's better ways of doing it. Instead of having a normal bun, I got the keto buns. They're like maybe a little dry, but it was perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. I call it a reward day. There you go. Remind myself not to use food as a reward. That's a really smart way of doing it. Really, really smart. Yep. Careful about your macros. If you document everything that you eat, I think it keeps you on track better. You understand more about your day, and if you're trying to do a calorie deficit, it's helpful. I am not a health professional. I am not any kind of nutrition expert. I don't know squat. I learn by just researching. So what I can't even be like, oh, this works for me, because like I'm still working on it, you know? I don't know how I feel about keto. I've heard it's not any good. I don't know. My buddy lost a lot of weight doing keto, to be fair. And I say that from experience of like seeing him, you know? I learned from experience. Yeah. Samesies. Absolute same, dude. Yeah. Sake, hello. First stream. Welcome in. How are you? Switched out bread for quesadillas. There you go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And there's like high protein, low cal tortillas that you can get. They're great. You know what I've done before? I did this really randomly. I really wanted to do a late night snack, and I've been trying not to eat late. So like after 7 or 8 o'clock, I try not to eat that much because I'm a late night snacker. I do late streams, and after the late streams, I'm hungry. So what I did, I took a low cal, high protein tortilla. I took cheese sticks and I wrapped them and air fried them and dipped them in a low calorie marinara sauce. So instead of frying it, fantastic. Oh, gross. Ew, 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 ew. Oh, I could have taken a photo. Wait.
Oh, man.
I was too busy just ew, 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 ew.
I understand.
It was great.
We got enough of this ghost model.
I don't know what made me want to do that. I just was like, hey, you know what? F it, man. I'll try this. Stupid kid ghost model. Gross little bastard. Where's those dots again? Where's those dots again? I was even... Listen. Is Easter event over? No, there's still like 10 days. Okay, that's cool and all, but we need the dots again. Because I failed. We were too grossed out by your presence.
Well, I'd like it just to do something with the fucking air mic.
Oh.
It's not even whispering.
Oh.
Oh, there it is. It's right on top of us.
Hey, yo. Been trying to bake more because I was told my... Oh, I got you. I don't know if I'm going to get this. I'm going to try. Oh, gross. It's like, look at... Oh, dude, that's like Blair Witch. It's like over near the corner staring at the wall. Ugh. Thank you. Oh, that if you did !point following, it should have DM'd it to you. Like a whisper on Twitch. It should have. I lightly munch on chicken bouillon cube and then take the tiny bites dissolve into my tongue. Oh, interesting. Crave flavor. That's fair. I've been drinking a lot of water. Wow. I'm on it. I'm on it. I think a lot of times your body, you might trick yourself in thinking that you are hungry when really you're thirsty. It's really just, I mean, it's listening to your body. Listening to your body. Your body tells you what you need. So I've been trying to do a better job about that. But again, it's all a personal journey. I'm not in any way any kind of expert. I just try to do what's best for me. I do my best. Yep, chug water. Yep, I got one next to me. What happened?
Oh, we still have 5 ghosts here.
And your body gets energy from those. Right, right. Whole foods. Whole foods. Intermittent fasting has helped me as well. Yeah, I've been trying to, around like 7 or 8 o'clock at night, I don't do anything else except water.
No, fuck you, kid.
Chinggis. He's your son.
Definitely not.
Well, anyway, this goes. It doesn't matter. This goes. Jessica Cordero. My body speaks a language I don't understand. Very fair. What is Mr. Chinggis' name? It's in my title.
Ew.
What happened? Did you see it again?
Yeah, it just dotsed and ran all the way in here to us.
You know what's extra funny?
55.
We can. We can see all the Easter decorations in the reflection.
Can you really? I didn't even pay attention to that.
Hold on. I'm trying to find a good spot for this. Huh? God dang it. Stand up. Look.
I'll be damned. Yeah. There's the green light. That's hilarious.
Cokes are a big one. I drank Coke Zero I've been drinking Coke Zero for a long time. I like soda too. I just enjoy it. But I'm trying to cut back on my caffeine intake as well. So I'm now drinking Sprite Zero. Hold on, my wife is calling me. Oh shit.
Ghost. Okay. I appreciate it, but oh, there she is. See her shadow. Snoring ghost.
Sorry, Chinggis, I'm quiet because my wife is calling. She called me, so I'm talking to her real fast.
Oh, that's good. I figured something was going on. I just dotted in here again. Rose. Hi, Mrs. Flash.
Oh, we got a sleeping Chingus on the other side of the counter.
Oh, yeah.
That's that new board game. Don't wake Chingus.
Oh,
Her friend is really, really drunk.
Electric fence. Ooh, yeah.
Her friend is extremely drunk right now and she's driving home. Want me to take a hit? Look, pass.
Yeah.
Oh, look, us.
Oh, God.
Look what you did.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
The mirror called
we
me
broke it.
ugly Flash.
Chingus, we broke it.
Oh, God.
Look at the switch. We broke it.
Did we switch at the exact same time? to
Yes,
break
ready?
it?
3, 2, 1, go. Damn it.
Stuck in place.
Oh,
She's
well.
Stuck in place over there.
Oh, I saw it. Oh. The drunk. No, not the drunk. You think that I would just be so calm and chill if my pregnant wife was in a vehicle with somebody that was drunk and driving?
It's locked,
No,
it's
she's
locked,
driving.
It's big, it's heavy, it's wood.
And her friend, because she's the
Locked,
permanent
it's
DD,
locked. Better
her
than
friend
that.
took advantage.
Everyone wants a lock.
She's pregnant,
Everyone
yeah.
needs a lock. Everyone
Log.
wants a lock.
Wait, what's it go? It's better than
Log.
great. It's good. I don't know. Is that right?
It's better than bad, it's good.
Oh, better than bad. It's good. Shit.
Yeah, that's okay, I got you.
It's been a while. I haven't seen Ren and Stimpy in quite a while. How many kids is that now? Oh, it's not
One of
mine.
my favorites.
Okay, dude. Hey, it's fixed now. Let's go. Ugh. Ugh.
I don't even know where the
Yeah,
other
she's an
hiding
amazing
is.
woman.
Well,
I don't know.
another's
It's
hiding in
fine.
the nursery
It's whatever.
behind the their crib. Yeah, that's what it's called, a crib. Yeah.
You good?
I swear to God, you know what? If this was no evidence, I'd just go shade and leave. I'd be
Right?
wrong, but
What's
I
our
don't
even,
think
what's our
anybody would-
possibilities right now?
Banshee, Yuri, Yokai, Raiju, Thay.
Okay. When she due? Late June. It feels like it's been forever. I bet she feels the same. Fair. Yeah. It's log. It's log. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Very soon. Maybe Banshee? Maybe. We know it's within hunting range at this point, so now we just need to wait.
Motion sensors just walking towards us. Hi. Get off
Is it here for you or for me?
Um,
Oh, we both looked at it at the same time. I don't know. It's hard to say. A lot of singing events. Uh-huh. Probably going for him? I don't know. Shit. Yeah, You know those times when you want the crucifix to get eaten and it just never does? And then this, it's like, oh, no. Oh, God! Oh, no. It was here for me that time. I don't want it. Aren't there only one ghost that has singing events? No, they all do. Every ghost can do a singing event. We think a shade might not be able to, but I don't know if that's actually been confirmed by the dev. Regular speed. Did it just ignore him? Sounds kind of quiet. No, it can't be a miling. Is it ignoring you?
Yeah,
Gosh dang it. I hate it here.
You're the target.
Damn it. Rude, Why can't I click this? Hello? What the fuck? All right.
Yeah.
Saw that.
That was the thing. That happened.
Wow, dude. Wow.
Yeah, I
Two
was
evidence,
hiding
yes.
originally, but she was walking around the bedroom, so I stood up.
Doing great,
And
sweetie.
then I watched her walk into the hallway and then go into the garage after you.
Hey, yo.
Yep. We have a banshee.
Yes.
1, 2,
sir.
3. We only need 4 more photos. for
Oh,
a,
okay. Well, here, I'll go inside and hide with a smudge,
Yeah.
and then you do your thing.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, oh God. Okay. Well, oh, nothing. If it stalks me,
Okay.
I might be in deep doo-doo.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
fine. It's fine. It's fine. When I said fine, did I say fine? If that goes off, I smudge. I'm at the ready. Ivy, thank you for the follow. And Pipsqueak, if I didn't thank you earlier, thank you so much for the subs. Black Rose, hello.
All right, we're all done.
Okay. Eee. What's a good name for a story about a killing at a lighthouse? Beef.
Well, that was boring.
Well, you know, it is what it is, all right?
Seriously. Hey, we can't have stalking banshee wannabe yokais on every map, I guess.
That yokai was an absolute maniac. Oh, Everett, have a good night. Yeah, it was actually a banshee this time. Yeah.
Some jobs ready for you.
Lovely.
Yeah, we got the bow. We got the perfect game.
Look at us go. Look at us go.
Just fucking rock.
This thing just fucking hissed at me.
Yep.
All right.
Sorry, I think that's gonna do it for me.
Yeah, I was about to say, man, it's getting late.
Pushing 11:30, and
Yeah.
I got to do payroll in the morning. So,
Sir, yes, sir.
thank you for the games, friend.
Thank
All the
you,
love
sir.
to you.
Appreciate you. Good jobs.
And yeah. Oh, have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
Thank you. No, you have a good night.
No, you have a good
No,
night.
you have a good night. Ah, get wrecked. Got him. He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Welcome back.
We got him good.
Jobs for you.
Hey, what's up, Cyber? How are you? Yeah, so I think what we'll do, I think we'll save the prestige for tomorrow. We'll do the prestige tomorrow, and then we'll level up from there. Once we prestige, we are prestige 19. Meaning we are this close to being prestige 20 and being at the final prestige. Yeah. Cool stuff. YouTubes, thank you guys for chilling with me tonight. I appreciate you. I'm still going to be live tomorrow. Still going to be live. No, that's not going to change. I just had the extra time tonight, so we went live. But thank you guys. We're going to go find someone to raid here in a minute. But thank you. No, thank you guys. Again, I want to apologize for the stupid Discord bot pings that came from that stupid freaking bot. The bot is gone. I literally kicked it out of the server. I kicked it. It's gone. It is gone. No, thank you guys. I appreciate you. Did you delete the webhook? I got rid of the bot. But yeah, it doesn't have any information in there. I'll make sure to get rid of everything. Yeah. Hi, caramba. No, thank you guys. Do you think they'll add more prestige levels later on? Maybe. They might. There might be a big call for it. It's always possible. Supa, thank you. But yeah, let's God damn it, Papa Smurf. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Papa, what up, dude? How are you? How is things? How is things, friend? We need to game again soon. It's been a minute. Oh, my word. Oh, my word. The Rickroll. I'm okay with it because I like that song a lot. He knows that. He's very well aware. Close to max. Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah. All right. Friends, if you're not in the Discord, my Discord link is here. That's where everyone got all their pings tonight from all the late shit from Dino. Thank you. The rest of the socials are here. Work's been getting in the way. Game with the homies. Well, I hope work's been okay. Even though it's been in the way, I hope it's been fine. We'll get there, man. We'll get there. All right, guys, here's some raid messages. If you're a follower, that's for you. Subs, that's for you. Creepy little tier 3s, we've got one for you. We are going to go see a teammate. The lovely, amazing, fantastic, funny Vinchley is live. So we are going to go say hi. Vin is amazeballs. Vin likes to play a lot of different games, a lot of variety stuff. He does a lot of community stuff too. Just a lot of friend games, which I love. He's doing Repo right now, and Repo is a blast. Repo is nothing but good times. So we're going to go say hi while he's playing that. Thank you guys again for joining on a day where I don't stream. I'm sorry, on a time where I don't stream. I do stream today. I just decided to stream again because life and things. Friendly reminders as always, that next month is St. Jude month. And that is, when I say month, I mean literally month. From the first day all the way to the end, we're raising money for St. Jude. General Gravy, hello. Oh, hello. You're coming in at the end. Thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate you. I hope your stream went well. Wing Duck, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. And thank you for the sub. I appreciate you so much, Gravy. Thank you. It is so late for me. It is 11:30 at night. 11:30. But you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Fwank! Thank you guys for such an amazing stream. As always, I will see you tomorrow. We are going to prestige more than likely, and then we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll switch to blueprints from there. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, hi, Mr. Chingus. I love you. Thanks for the games. Bye. Bye.